Hi, Zizaran here with another farm chat. So this is like a podcast series where I'm farming and I'm just Discord calling another Path of Exile streamer while farming. So I'm going to be farming the Lost City Scarab. I'm joined here by Pestily, a Tarkov streamer who is now a Path of Exile addict. And without any further ado, let's crack straight into it. Pestily,
Oh,
thanks
you
for
got it
joining me.
right. Pleasure to be here. You said it on your stream before and you fucked it. So I'm actually glad that you got it right because now you don't look like a fool.
Oh no! Can't believe we were watching. I was like,
Yeah,
oh yeah, I got it wrong.
No, this game is so addictive, bro. This game is so addictive.
Yeah, no,
Probably
it's really good. And you're
most I've
playing
been addicted in a
hardcore
while.
solo Subathon as well, right?
Yeah. So I just died a little bit ago and I'm a bit upset about it. So
Yeah,
we're not going to talk about it.
I feel that. I've died a decent amount. Honestly, most of my deaths were in Act 1. I think Act 1 with no gear is definitely the hardest.
Yes. But to be honest, I have not played Path of Exile since 2020.
Wow,
Legion was the last league I played,
it's a long
right?
time
And I
ago.
said at the end of Legion, because I was like, I think it was like a duelist cyclone,
Yeah,
and I said I'm not going to play Path of Exile again until Path of Exile 2 comes out because they announced it around then that it was going to
yeah,
come
yeah.
out.
It's been a long way.
Yeah, and so I've been waiting the whole time, and so when it came back out, I was like, all right, time to get back into it, and so I was very raw for that first day.
Yeah.
They
Did you start
they did
hardcore?
it. Yeah, man.
Oh wow, that's badass. How many deaths are you on?
So I was playing on normal hardcore because I was every now and then playing with just random people like
Yeah.
other streamers and stuff. Before I switched over to solo self-found, I died about 20 times,
Yeah,
and
I believe that.
the highest level I got was 28.
It's pretty good.
And then I went over to solo self-found, and then life's been good.
Oh, here's the
I've
volatile
died 6 weeks
crystals.
now.
I hate these, dude. The volatile crystals are so scary when you have no chaos res.
Yeah, so the volatile explosions, is that what
Yeah,
you're talking about?
yeah,
That's what killed me.
yeah. It's killed me several times. It's very scary. Also, you're farming this same bug. I actually have tech for it now. There's farming tech. So
What's that mean?
I want to share the tech with you. So I don't know if you can watch, but I actually roll into it after respawning, which forces it to do like a AoE explosion, and then I roll back out, and it gives my minions loads of time to do damage to it. Because I noticed I'm losing so much time like chasing it down.
Yeah.
So
Well, when I was farming it on cruel difficulty,
yeah,
I would oh my god, it blew up on me again. I would kill it before it even moved. Like it was
yeah.
insta dead. My damage was so insane.
Oh, that's really
So
good.
at the start, roll in. You're saying.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
Don't cast anything. You just full straight sprint in, roll.
Yeah, I roll in. Well, I cast the offering on a skeleton, and then I roll in, and then I roll out. Cause I just need him to like start the animation. What's your in-game name, by the way?
Pestily at the moment.
Oh,
First of
cool.
its name.
Look at the weapon I got yesterday.
From doing this.
No,
Or just in general?
I just bought this off the vendor and then exalted it.
I'm having a real hard time getting gear. Just so you know.
It's hard.
What's the command to just reply to you? Or do I have to
Control
type?
enter.
Control enter. I also want to show you this and tell me if this is good for leveling.
That's
Oh, wow,
right.
your stuff. This is insane.
Okay, so the only thing... Okay, Chaos Rest is good because there is Chaos damage during the campaign and we don't really get any Chaos Rest. The conversion... So I really like it with Mom. Like Minor Matter. The problem I have with Energy Shield early, before you get like a nice way to recover it, is... I find it really scary, to be honest. I find it really scary. Because
You get the grim feast, dude, is so strong with it.
Yeah.
Like I'll have 2,000 energy shield.
That does cost spirit too, though. I love my spirit.
I have a lot of spirit.
I don't have
It's one of
enough.
the things I focus on.
I'm on 229.
Yeah, I'm 160. I'm this okay. Slash played. I'm 3.5 hours in on this.
Wow, that's really good, dude. I'm
Yeah.
16 hours in. I did like the first part very fast. I was very happy with my speed. And then now I'm like gonna farm. I'm gonna farm now. I really wanna I feel like damage especially is such a good defense. Like over farming. And I really appreciate getting a lot of spare skill gems for my future characters.
Yes. Because particularly the level 2 support
Supports.
gems,
Yeah.
being able to use them straight away was like game changer for this remake. There's no way I'd be up to here without that.
Yeah, so you can do the same with level 3 supports, which is like cracked. Oh, I just got a rare sapphire. That's what I want the most. Yeah, like that's actually cracked because they don't have a level requirement, I think. I
No.
died as I used all my level 3 supports. I had like 5 and I was like, okay, I'll use them. Then I died. Literally the next monster I fought. And I was like, oh, fuck.
That sucks.
Yeah. Oh man, the sapphire is bad. Um But yeah, no, it's so you've been trying like a lot of different builds, right?
No, mostly just Witch.
Oh, okay.
I'm like the Tyler one of when he played chess, he only did the one opening. That's me with fucking Path of Exile. I just do Witch, but I really committed hard to ED and Contagion.
Yeah.
I gave up. I just could not.
Yeah, I know. I tried that too. It was pretty rough. It was pretty rough. It just doesn't have a lot of things to scale, and obviously it's the struggle that we don't really have an ascendancy. I think the idea was good with like having minions to be a soak meat shield so you can get your ED contagion down, but just doesn't really have any damage. Like I think you'd like at a minimum need like a +4 chaos, 100 spell damage, 100 chaos to like make it feel good, and I think at that point you're better off playing something else.
Just yeah, I was going all right with it, but it just felt like every boss fight I had to master all the mechanics, so I just
Yeah.
didn't die. So I am so fast at clearing Act 1 now. Like I have that much practice at it.
Yeah.
I know all the boss mechanics to a T. Like they don't even hit me. I dodge them all. I'm thankful for the fact that I had to learn that because now
Yeah.
for the future, unless they do massive changes, I've got them on farm every time.
That's good. I'm pretty scared of the Titan. Is probably the only thing I'm worried about, just because he has a hit that hits for like 3k plus in the campaign.
On Act 2,
Yeah.
yeah, he's a rough one.
Yeah. And it's like he's kind of
Stay
buggy
close
too.
to him. You sit really close to him, and he doesn't really do the attack at all.
Oh, really? I feel like he does the attack when you're close. I actually stay far. He's the only boss I stay far away from.
I don't know.
Oh,
I saw Sequisha die to that, and I saw.
Quinn died to it.
Oh really? I had a teammate playing with me, just a random guy from my community,
Yeah.
and he died to it as well. And I was just like, well, all these people are dying to it. I want to make sure I'm ready.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a lot of hard stuff, man. A lot of hard stuff, but it's pretty I'm enjoying it a lot. Honestly, like all the issues I had on my first character only happen when I'm in maps. Like I think the campaign is just really good. Very, very pleased with the campaign.
I like the fact that they, instead of like the boss fights now feel like, without like being lame, and I guess it's like you have to learn the fights.
Yeah.
Whereas like in the previous Path of Exile, it was trying to just get enough damage and just kind of nuke through it. You can
Yeah.
still do that a little bit, but majority of the fights you still have to pay some attention to.
Yep.
Like at least for the first act or two.
Yeah. I mean, I think it'll always be an RPG thing that you can outdamage the fights to some degree. Don't know if there's much you can do about that. I mean, stages, I guess. Have you seen the last Ascension boss?
No, I've only done one of the Ascensions.
Yeah, I haven't done it, but I watched Crip's video on it, and it's crazy. And like, there's honor in the last part of the fight, so you like really don't want to get hit and stuff. So it's not like Sanctum with Lycia where you can just get hit in the last part. You just still have to dodge. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard out there. Like, my plan at the moment is to just take my time, get to maps, and farm so that I have like, I don't know, 200 exalted orbs, something like that, because I think
Yeah.
at that point it'll like trivialize any future characters so that you don't have to like suffer through the campaign, and then you can probably go through in like 12 hours every time. I have like 80
Just getting
rarity.
that initial, like this playthrough now, I
Yeah,
have enough to even just like the support gems. And as I
yeah,
level up, I've already got extra gems to level up skills if I want to and stuff like that. Like having all that available is massive time saver. Even just for the first like 3 maps, like the 3 areas you go to.
yeah. And the same with for the dreadnought, I leveled up to 37 there, and at level 36 I got to get like level 10 or 11 gems, which you don't drop at that point, but I had them from my other characters. And the last boss was a joke. Like, I did so much
Yeah.
damage, it looked like I was cheating. It was just like snap dead.
Yeah.
And that'll help a lot on your future characters. And obviously, like our first characters, it's just gonna be hard. It's just gonna be really hard every time.
They need to make it, you know, the spirit gems.
Yeah,
They need to be able to. You need to be able to get them some way, or even if it's just from a couple more quests. Because at the moment, there's only one you get from a quest, which is like the
right.
Freythorn one, and
Yeah,
outside of that, you have to wait for them to drop. And so, to level up a skill that's like SRS,
yeah.
the only way to do it is to farm shit, and hopefully one day it drops. But I'm not saying they should be like super easy to get. I'm just saying like at certain stages, instead of giving a support gem for every fucking quest reward, maybe every now and then have it as a spirit gem.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I agree with that. It definitely, like right now, actually, one of the things I'm waiting on is upgrading my SRS gem. So, yeah, for sure.
For the first playthrough of the campaign, you get like, without exaggeration, like 15 support gems from quests.
Yeah,
You just have so many getting given to you. Like make them a couple of spirit gems, and I think that would be a
yep.
nice little addition.
I'm actually also vendoring a lot more gear now for gold.
For cash or gamble,
Yeah, I
we're,
particularly
we're
want to.
firm gamblers here. We're
Yeah,
addicted.
yeah. I wasn't for a long time, but I really want to gamble. See, like, the problem with my scepter is it has discipline, which obviously it's a bad thing for my raging spirits. But more than that, like, it sucks now having the free skeletons to sacrifice for my
Yeah,
the offering,
painting or whatever it's called.
pain offering. Yeah, because at the moment I have to sacrifice the actual arsonist. I have 7, so I do lose like a good chunk of damage there. Also, how much rarity do you have for farming this, by the way?
I don't know at the moment. On my previous playthrough, I was sitting on like 25 rarity for the whole playthrough.
Oh wow.
But I think at the moment I might have like 15 or 20.
Yeah, I'm on like 80-ish.
Someone in chat that I was talking to said he farmed this like 4 hours straight, got about 40 exalteds,
Yeah.
and he had 0.
Oh wow. So I'm
Like I
actually
just got an
getting
exalted or
alchemies
just
and
dropped
stuff.
10.
Oh nice. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna farm it for a while. Particularly, I want a +2 minion helmet, and I actually just realized because I got here and I was about to switch to my rarity gear, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I can switch. Like I'm barely res capped, and then I looked at my gear and I was like, wait, I'm already in my rarity gear. So I actually progressed with my rarity gear.
Wow. But it's
Um,
all comes okay. So what's the biggest damage spike for SRS? Is it getting the spirit support gem up? Is that what you need as much as possible?
yeah, but it's also honest. Ooh, I just had a unique. What is this?
Because my
Um,
damage is a little bit meh at the moment. And I have +1 minions in the helm, +1 minions on the scepter.
So
But
I
obviously that's
don't
it.
think the majority of the damage will be from Raging Spirits. I think Raging Spirits is fine. Um, but I think it's more so the fact that we're putting on the flame wall, which the projectiles from the arsonist are going through. Like that is actually quite big. And then on top of that,
So you level up your flame wall.
yes, I have
I
inspiration
haven't
on it.
been.
I put inspiration on it, and I put life tap on my flammability, which I didn't think I was going to like. But I have a little bit of life regen. I have 18 life regen, and since I'm minor matter, that is completely wasted. Um, but it's actually enough to recover every time I curse. So it's basically just like I gained 18 life regen. Because it's not like I use my life pool, right? It's not like PoE1 where it's some is minor or matter. It's all of it. Oh, I just got another unique. I'm like farming.
It's the
A lot
blessing
of
of
them are
pestuling.
bad.
You know what I hate about the uniques in this? No, this is me just complaining, but I actually really like the game, obviously. Is nearly most of the uniques have a negative.
Yeah.
Uniques already are very limiting because they have to kind of form towards a certain build, and having a negative on them, it kind of is like pisses me off. It
Yeah.
pisses me off.
No, I agree. I'm very frustrated by uniques in the game. There are some that are really insane. And I also think like I think it's very important not to just be positive about the game. Wow. Look at this. Ah, I wish that had physical on it. I don't have any good bows, so I'm actually gonna keep it. It's a little unlucky that the base doesn't have the bow extra arrow. That's nice though. Yeah, so I think it's important to not just be positive about the game. Like I'm enjoying the game a lot, but there are a lot of things that I think could improve as well. I think that's important to talk about.
It's all easy little things though. They've got a really good
Yeah.
base game.
Oh, 100%.
Runs well. Bosses are like a good challenges and like but they're challenges in way that you can learn and beat. One of the biggest things I hated about Path of Exile 1 hardcore was I would die and I'd sit there going, how the fuck did I die?
Yeah.
And it'd just be like a reflect or something like that. Now in this, every time I die in this, it's always my own fault because I missed a dodge or I didn't learn the mechanic properly.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing. Big, in my opinion, it'll be a lot more user friendly for newer players because Path of Exile 1, when I was doing hardcore, was just I gave up on hardcore Path of Exile 1.
Yeah. I agree, and I do think at some point we'll get some preliminary like death log, even like a basic one. Don't know if they'll ever do that, but hopefully.
Generally speaking, you don't really need one. You can kind of tell generally why you died.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it'd be nice to have, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like,
Even just something like showing what type damage type and stuff. I don't know. It would help, even a basic one. But yeah, no. Back to uniques. One thing that I found really frustrating was the way they've done scaling on caster uniques, like the ones that have like fire mana siphon, like wand and stuff like that. Because if you find a life sprig in the end game, it'll have required level 75 or whatever, because the implicit scales. And on some of them, like that implicit is like irrelevant. It's not something you're gonna use. So it just kind of becomes frustrating. You get like a low level unique that would be great for your new character, but you can't use it at all. So like, I really wish the rest of the explicit scaled. Like maybe instead of +3 max, it would be +5 max if you find it at like level 80.
yeah.
If it's gonna have the high required level. And a lot of
What
the
do you
uniques
reckon's
I'm finding, I'm just like, this is a chance to shard.
What do you think is going to be the go-to meta? Like, obviously in hardcore at the moment, a lot of people are either doing rangers or witches with SRS.
I feel like I haven't seen many rangers in hardcore. I think that's more softcore. There's one
The
in top
leaderboard
10.
has a fair few.
Uh, there's one dead guy that I saw at least. I haven't seen any
He still
alive.
counts it right. RIP.
Oh shit. Yeah. I don't know. I think it definitely seems like Infernalist right now. It gets so much damage. It's really, really good as a first build, and it comes online very fast, right? Like I didn't have any gear for it, and it was a great starter. Whereas I actually really want to play my warrior thing that I made, the warrior totem thing, but that actually needs kind of tricky gear because the trick there is that you want end game gear, but low level bases. So you want like the things that you find kind of early, like a two-handed weapon that requires maybe 13 strength, but you want it with high item level so that it can still roll +6 or +7, and that's actually really
Yeah.
tricky to get.
That's the grind.
That's the grind. So it's a tough one. Dude, I'm like disenchanting or salvaging everything for like, I want the armor scraps, artificer orbs.
That's on the next playthrough, having like getting up to the first boss and be like, all right, I need cold resist. Bam, just chuck a couple of runes in a piece of not gear. You know, like, or having a ring spare. Like that was the biggest change for this
Yup.
second, well, not the second playthrough, but after that big death, being able
Oh
to just
yeah.
zoom through it again.
100%. So I made a ranger, and obviously I put 2 lightning runes in the weapon at level 1, and I was literally instantly bossing.
I didn't even
It
think
was,
about doing that.
yeah, it's insane for a Deadeye. So somebody said in my chat that apparently someone done the campaign in like 3 hours already. I'm not a I would love to see the video of that, but I could definitely see myself doing it in like maybe 8 hours on softcore already on a Deadeye, because you do get so much damage if you're doing stuff like that.
So is that like plus lightning damage? So it's like 1 to 12 lightning damage or something like that?
I think it's 1 to 20, and then you get 2 of
Yep.
them, so you get like 2 to 40 lightning damage on any weapon. Oh, apparently that was viral. How many hours did he take still? So that's my manager. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy though. That's definitely not like first character viable. My first have you fully gone through the campaign yet, or you've just been hardcore, right?
I've done from acts 1 to 5.
Right. Act 5 is pretty good going, man. That is actually really good going. Like there are very few people that are going to get through the campaign, I think, on SF hardcore like early. It's a bit of a bottleneck. To be fair, I was actually going to stay softcore a lot more, but then when they buffed the ground loot and stuff, I was like,
Yeah.
I'll do it.
That was
I'll do it
rough.
now.
I was sitting there complaining a fair bit, saying like, I need better gear to progress because I was using contagion, right?
Yeah,
But I can't farm it anywhere. Like,
yeah,
I was over leveling areas by so much. It felt like no gear was dropping, and it was just to the point where I was just getting frustrated at the game.
yeah. I had that experience even on softcore where I entered, like, I was playing really slowly. It actually took me 1 day, 20, no, not 1 day, 20, 1 day, 2 hours. Obviously, like, half of that was on hardcore. But when I finally got to maps, even though I was really trying, I used all my gold on gambling, um, checked the vendor every time I leveled up. And I felt like I was being so careful. When I got to map, I had 7 lightning res, 30 fire, and 30 cold. And I was like, wow, this fucking sucks. I was
Yeah.
miserable. Because like I was just getting any elemental ability was one-shotting me. I had 0 chaos, so chaos was always one-shotting me. And yeah, that was frustrating. So like the changes were pretty needed.
Yeah. Like, I didn't want to come across whiny, and I felt
Yeah.
like it because it was like, you're meant to craft. And I'm like, yeah, but like, I want to
With
craft.
what?
But everything's blue. Like,
Yeah. That's the
I
other
have to
thing. I felt
respond.
like bases were my main problem. Like on my second day where I was like, okay, let's try to fix this resist hole. And I did like roughly a 16, 17-hour session, and 2 white rings dropped that I could alch. And both of them missed. Like they were completely unusable. So I was like, well, what do I do here? And like you said, I also didn't want to be whiny, so I was just sort of like playing. And people were like, "What kind of feedback do you have?" And I'm like, "I'm waiting with feedback until I see what TGD are doing," because I figured they were gonna do something, so I didn't want to just be like, "These things need to be changed." But like pretty much everything I wanted addressed got changed except respec cost.
I think they've got fairly decent common sense there, though. I think that's one of the
Yeah,
things that. Because I used to talk to Devin Nash a fair bit, and I remember saying to him that like GGG is the best gaming dev company out there that I know of.
yeah, I agree.
And
Devin's
I
great.
think most of it comes down to common sense, right? Like it's not other than gaming studios. I don't know what they do. It's like maybe they've got too many loopholes, like people that got to get tick a box or whatever. You just feel like GGG are just grounded. Like, yeah,
I think it helps that they genuinely play their own games so much.
yeah,
Like I think there's a lot more people that play the game there than that don't. Like when I've been doing interviews with them, the only person like I've had was at ExileCon. There was one guy that was like, by the way, like I don't play that much, so like I won't be able to answer super technical questions. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Like, because obviously, like some of them it will just be a job, and that's like graphics and stuff. But like,
yeah.
They have so many people that like level to 100 every league in PoE1 and genuinely play. And like even Neon, right? Like you see him like just grinding away every time. It's great.
I always wonder in Escape from Tarkov how much they play their own game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just so frustrated about Arena. That really sucked for me. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't want to play Counter-Strike. I want to take people's stuff. I don't even want to take people's stuff. I want other people to lose stuff. That's what I like in Tarkov. Like, I actually go back and watch sometimes. I think I watched it like twice, the video of you teaching me Tarkov. And like, it was kind of crazy. Like, one of the first loot drops I got was Intel. It was funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Now that was good. I've actually been thinking about doing that like as a series with lots of people. But
Yeah.
every time I go to do it, it's like Tarkov just does another thing that pisses everyone off, and it's like the the one thing that I'm absolutely loving about Path of Exile right now, and I was talking to my wife about it the other day, was there's just like yeah, there's people that complain about stuff, but it's all like in goodwill. Whereas Tarkov's kind of like got so many people that are sinister about the game now, or a bit over it, and they're just like, why the fuck is all these problems still there and all that? It's very negative. So like
Yeah.
you read comments about this game at the moment, they're all just, even though people might be frustrated, they're all because
They
out
wanted
of
to be
like
better.
excitement. Yeah, like
In Tarkov,
not
they want
because
the
like
game to die. Yeah, I feel
yeah.
that.
No, there are people out there that would be very excited if Tarkov was to not exist anymore.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, no, it's kind of sad when a game gets to that point. I definitely feel
Yeah.
PoE1 was a little bit of that point for some people. But I think PoE2 has like made most people pretty excited. Obviously, there's some negativity around people feel like it's ruthless and stuff.
Yeah, but
But I
that's
think that's all
like
very
little bitches.
changeable.
I'll get over it.
Yeah.
The thing that the design of like the campaign, I didn't give a fuck about the Path of Exile 1 campaign. I
Yeah.
haven't really listened to much of the talking of the campaign, but seeing that executioner cut that head off made my day.
Yeah.
Dude, I thought that was like done tastefully, but gruesome as fuck. And it was sick. And
Did
every time I see
you
it, I get so excited to see it.
did you see the splitting, the laser splitting thing? That was fucked.
Where was that?
It's in Act 3. I actually tweeted about it. So in Act 3 there's like a little loot thing. And there's like a dude on a wall. There, I sent you the tweet screenshot. There's a dude on a wall and you click a button and it just lasers him in half. And I'm like, what the fuck, bro? That's fucking cursed. But it's really cool. It's really cool. I'm surprised how little good gear I'm finding doing this. I still haven't had an upgrade.
I was gonna do it here until I got a new weapon, and I just haven't found one yet.
Yeah, I did not personally have any luck farming this beetle in normal. I went straight to the dreadnought and I over leveled there to 37 because I feel early you still have so many points that make a big difference. Whereas now in cruel, I'm at the point where it's more utility. I'm gonna get block, more mana regen. There's not as much minion damage I can pick up. So I feel like now it's a lot more about gear, whereas in normal, XP still helps a lot.
Yeah. Well, I've done this from level 20 now to I'm 27, so.
Yeah. Yeah, and
And
I
then
mean,
I'm gonna
that's
go
nice, and then
do.
you can further grind in the Dreadnought.
Well, what I was thinking about doing is I'll go do the Badlands and the Titan, and then come
Yeah.
back here and do it till like 30, 31.
Okay. That will take you a
Because
long
the
time, though. Like, it is, the XP penalty is a lot different than PoE1. It seems like if you're in a 54 zone and you're 54, you're getting insane XP. You're like almost guaranteed to level up in that zone. But if you're like 57, it's like you might be there for like 30 minutes. It's kind of crazy. It's very different. So I'm very curious to see how long will it be until somebody hits level 100, even on softcore. Which I don't
how
think is a
long do you
bad
reckon it'll
thing.
be till they nerf this?
The thing we're farming right now,
Yeah, today.
uh, I mean,
Do
people
I
have been
pull a
doing
48
this.
hour until it
So,
happens?
so this has been since day one, by the way. Like people have been farming this since day one. Um, I mean, I think if it was stronger, it would be nerfed very fast. The fact that it's worse than mapping probably saves it a bit. Um,
What would be
not.
the fix? Would they just move the checkpoint away
I
from
think
the
they just
boss?
removed the checkpoint. There are, well, I don't know, because there are like 7 other monsters like this they can do. So removing the checkpoint isn't actually enough. Like you can do this on, there's another mob in Act 2 that like, there's like a spear lady. She's a little bit scarier. There's like a spear lady you can do this at.
That the one I
Um,
told you about?
yeah, yeah. Um, I think you can do it at Hugin and Munin. Um, and so there's a few other things, and then there's a few in Act 3 as well. So I don't know, man. I don't know if I think they might just have to do that. Special rares don't respawn the same way uniques do if they want to nerf it. But they might just keep it because they might think of it as like realistically,
Like,
people aren't going to do this on softcore as much. It's more of a hardcore thing to get gear. Because on softcore, I would just go straight to maps and farm tier 1 maps. Because
yeah,
ultimatum is really good for gearing, and so is breach.
makes sense.
So I don't know. How
The
do you?
only so
Oh, go
you've got
on.
Dreadnought in Act 2 to farm.
Yeah.
One place I found very good to farm when you first get to Cruel is the Red Veil.
Oh, really?
The density there is insane. Yep, I went from, I'm trying to
Yeah.
remember. I think I got like 6 levels there. Because that's how I got above level 50. I went from like 46, I think, all the way up to like 52 just
So,
there.
so when I got there, I had so much damage that I'm like, I am just running straight to the beetle. I was a
Yeah.
little bit worried about the hyena. That was the only thing I was worried for, but yeah.
Yeah, that one you just got to stay right at the southern end of the cliff. Like you got to be right at the point.
Yeah.
And then you just stay on top of him and just dodge him. He's fairly easy to dodge.
Yeah.
And with
That's
the
what I
damage
do.
that you have at that point, it's easy.
Yeah, I'm a little frustrated about minions. I don't know how you feel about this, but there's 2 key points that frustrate me. Um, like why the fuck do they die when you move too far away from them? That's really like I'm a very very PoE1 brain there, but in PoE1 they just teleport to you, like they like
Yeah.
get closer to you, which I think is nice. Here they just die. It's like you can't maintain the life force or something. I don't know. And the other frustrating thing is if
The
you have
timer
a lot,
reset.
the timer reset. Oh my god, so frustrating.
I think that's a bug. That can't be intended.
I think it's intended. I totally think it's intended. It's super frustrating, but I personally would be surprised if they say it's a bug and that it's going to get fixed. I would love for it to get fixed, by the way. I hate it.
Do you think they'll adjust SRS? Because it's really the only viable
I don't even
build at
feel
the
like
moment.
SRS is the powerful part of my build, though. If they like removed SRS right now, I I would just have
Is
more
it your
spirit for other
arsonist?
stuff. Yeah,
So
I think it's just minions are strong.
the arsonist I had on my previous playthrough where I just died, they did just as much damage by SRS. Like it was, if I stood still, nothing would come near me. I'd just be dead before it got near me.
I'm gonna try on my next kill now, not even using SRS, which, well, actually, I can just disable SRS. Boom. There,
But
because I
I
still want
also
to use
had
my
like
firewall.
400 spirit and I had like 8 or 9 arsonists.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Bro, it was insane. That's why I'm trying to find. Trying to find a chess piece right now, and I'm trying to find a an amulet would be perfect, but a chess piece and a main hand, so I can get more spirit.
I did not even notice a kill speed difference at all. Like, not even a little bit. Probably could have farmed this the entire time with that off without realizing. So it's definitely for me mostly the arsonists that are strong. But let's actually let's take the focus away from that and imagine that the SRS is strong, so that they do nerf that instead. Because like yeah, I want to keep the arsonists a little longer.
Yeah,
I don't
arsonists are
think they'll nerf
trash.
it
Yeah,
though. I don't think they'll nerf it. Like a lot, like it is an interaction. That's the type of interaction I imagine they want, where they're strong because of the added damage from the firewall. Like I
yep.
notice a very big difference when the firewall is up, and that's like generally what it seems like they're encouraging. Like anything like 2 button mechanics. So I would be surprised, man. I never get support champs here.
Do you think they'll ever make guilds better?
In what way?
Like, there's so many options they could do for community-focused stuff. Like, and this is me coming from a different background. But like, you could have it that like guilds have levels, and you have like different perks for working as a team and building up your guild level or something, or more options than just like 3 different ranks and a couple of tabs.
I mean, the number one thing I would like to see would be more character slots in a guild. Like, I normally do like a community guild. I have that in PoE 1. But like, especially now, with like, I can't really have a sub-only guild now. It's kind of cursed. So, yeah.
We'll talk about that later, but okay.
Yeah, so like I would like more character slots. Like at least even 1,000 would go a long way because not everybody wants to be part of a community like that. But like it's like 200 or 300 right now, which is very little.
350, I think.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's very little. Yeah, I don't know. I think the coolest thing in my opinion for guilds would be a proper like focusing more on the guild hideout stuff.
Yeah,
I think it's really
that'd be cool.
cool to like see other people running in and out of maps. Like that never really took off that much, I think. I think a bit more support for that. More support for like inspecting people. I don't think we have an inspect feature, right? Unless I've missed something. I'm an SSF,
No, I don't think so.
yeah. Stuff like that. But yeah, more focus on guild hideouts would be cool. But it's also I get why they don't, because they are very focused on making sure everything in the game is very, very solo viable and stuff. So they probably feel less
I don't want
incentivized.
to put, yeah, to put the focus on you have to be in a group to be able to do certain things.
Yeah. Yeah, like they've never wanted to do like obviously Diablo 4
Mine's
now
more
has like
focused around
multi
community
bosses.
aspect
Yeah.
than actual grinding and progression aspect.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like tools. Like most of my my success came from the initial. Tarkov was a hard game with Path of Exile is. How do I get good at it? Oh, I've put together this community of people that are actually just out there to help you. You know, like,
Yeah.
and Path of Exile has that like it perfectly.
Yeah. No, I think so. And that's part of what my guild does in PoE 1 too, but again, like character slots is a pain, dude. It's a pain.
I think you get. Oh, you for guild members? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm. How feel like the Tarkov overlap is actually quite big. Like it's like they're both like
Yeah.
pretty punishing games. I feel like
There's no
RuneScape and
tutorial in
Tarkov.
this game. The tutorial is put on your weapon. Good luck.
Yeah.
You know how hard it is to kill the first boss.
Oh
Like I'm
yeah.
talking the beach dude as a
Yeah.
barb.
Yeah. No,
I
it's
watched
been.
Anthony Kongfan, another decent gamer, struggle on that for an hour and a half.
Oh no, really? Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's crazy. I didn't know it was that hard. Like easy for me
because
to take for granted.
so yeah. So the thing is, they give you the skill. They give you the skill, right? And the
Yeah.
problem with that is, you think, oh yeah, I need to use this skill to kill the boss, but every time you use it, he hits you
Yeah.
because it's like it's a really slow skill.
Yeah, I mean, also auto attack is like for some classes like a little bit oddly too strong. I just got 2 exalted orbs and a unique. I'm very happy right now.
Oh, that's why we're doing it.
Okay, the unique is trash, but
But no, it's 1,000 gold. Okay.
I definitely want the chance shards.
What should I be gambling? Scepters?
Okay, so I've been looking at PoEDB a little bit, and the minion breakpoints is like item level 36 for +3, 55 for +4. So I am definitely going to be gambling at 55 plus. So I think it's my level. So I'll just gamble 1 scepter, and as long as I'm getting 55 plus scepters, I'll definitely gamble that, because you can't get +5 until 81. And I don't know how viable getting item level 81 stuff is on hardcore. So I am assuming that I'm trying to get as much gold as I can now, and I'm hoping to get my end game now.
So I should save all my gold now until I'm level 55, and then once I hit 55, gamble scepters.
In my opinion, yeah. You might
And
have to gamble stuff on the way there to get there, right? Because like hardcore is just all about you just need to get there.
that's kind of like I'm trying to figure out how to get a new scepter because I'm
Like
having a bit of a
36
struggle.
plus 2. I did gamble quite a lot at 36 plus because that's plus 3.
Okay.
And then 41 is helmet. I'm not sure what amulet is. I'm going to look at that now actually because I'm curious. Because you can get plus 2 amulet too. It kind of
Plus
sucks
2
that
to
it's a
all skills.
suffix.
Is that what it is?
No, you can get, you can actually get plus 3 minion skills on item level 75. So both helmet and amulet is 41 for plus 2.
Hang
So
on, let me write this down.
yeah.
Notepad. So 35 is plus 3
Yeah,
on
on scepter. Yeah.
and then it's 55 for plus 4 scepter.
Yeah.
And then for helm, it's
Four,
31, was it?
no, 41.
41 for a plus 2 helm
Yeah, and amulet.
and amulet.
Let's see. I wonder, can helmets ever get plus 3? I don't think. No, they can't. Max plus 2. Amulet can get plus 3. So you can get quite a lot. And obviously, like, it's so strong. Oh, I just got Wanderlust Pestily.
Wonderless.
Wanderlust. It's a PoE 1 leveling unique.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so
It's not
nice.
the boots, is it? Where you can run 40% faster?
20% faster. It's so nice for new
20%.
characters. Oh my god. That is actually huge. I
Yeah, I do
love.
remember some things. That's a 5-year memory right there.
Yeah. I actually like really thoroughly love how much more exciting gear is in PoE 2 to like identify and find, because in PoE 1 you will never ever find a piece of gear. Like you'll find a little bit while like going through the campaign on your first character, but like after that it's pretty much all like crafted. Whereas PoE 2, like it's so different. Like I am finding the majority of my gear and buying off vendor.
I hear you. Browse as long as you like.
And I kind of like the idea that, and this is from someone who doesn't craft in PoE 1, I actually craft in PoE 2 because it's a lot more simple.
Yeah.
I know by the time it's been out for like 5 years, they'll be like, you know, you have to do a fucking McTwist and a backflip to get something to go the right way. But at this point in time, I completely understand how to craft.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Speak up.
I mean, it is like, it's a very nice entry level crafting. And I think Path of Exile 2 is a lot more easy to understand than PoE 1. It's less overwhelming. Like it's a harder game, but I think it's still easier to get into. But obviously that's hard for me to speak to as a PoE 1 player.
With the amulet, by the way, am I looking for all skills, is it?
No. You actually have to get plus 2 minions. All skills, fuck, I think it's all spells. Yeah, it's all spell skills, and that doesn't
it's all
affect us.
spells.
Which is a little bit weird. I'm surprised they went that route. Because I would especially have thought that plus 2 fire would have worked on summon raging spirits. I don't know if that's intentional. It is a fire spell. It has the fire tag. So I'm very surprised that doesn't work, personally. But at the moment, it is literally just minion that we can use. So that's a bit of a limiter. But I don't know if that'll like stay there. There's a lot of things I can see changing. Especially like, I would be shocked if a year from now, we can't replace runes in gear. I would be shocked. Completely baffled. Whereas like, obviously that's right now a thing. So same with like the, like I don't think we'll be able to take them back out, but I genuinely do think we'll be able to replace them.
I think that would be nice.
Yeah, because it kind of makes sense too, right? Like it would break when you pull it out.
One thing I have learnt with video games, dude, you don't need to have like realistic logic. It's like really realistic as playable is perfectly fine.
True.
You know,
Yeah, I agree with that. A lot of, especially
The
like,
realism argument is such a fucking shitty argument these days.
yes. I particularly feel like that with gray zone warfare a little bit. Like their night vision. I know that it's like intentionally like real life, and I'm like, okay, I don't want my night vision to be like real life. That looks like it sucks. And they're like,
If
it's
you
like
want
that in
night
real
vision to be
life.
like real life, then it would be foggy all the time because you sweat and you're hot and it fogs up like, for someone who's used night vision, right?
Yeah.
And it's going to bounce up and down like when you start running, and you're not going to be able to look through your sight because you can't just put your fucking night vision up to your sight. Like there's
Yeah.
all these things. You have to
Yeah,
use a
like there,
laser.
there definitely
Like,
can be too much night vision. I do really like that game though. I think that would probably be my second favorite shooter to Tarkov.
the PvP in that game is actually really tactical and fun.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, if you die, it doesn't take ages to get back. Like you just get a helicopter and you're back in there flanking and doing cool stuff.
Yeah, the only change I'd want to see in that game is less gear. Like, I got to the point where it was faster for me to just suicide and turn in my
Yeah.
quests than to actually, like, care about losing my gear. And, like, that's my main feature in Tarkov. Like, I love hoarding and, like, getting stuff. Man, next time you're in Europe, we should play Tarkov together and we can have, like, a follow-up episode. Since you, like, taught me how to play.
Well, you should teach me like once you get like become the ultimate guru of PoE2, you can do a teach me session on this.
Yes, but it's like it is different because you are actually like good at the game and know what you're doing. So it is different than teaching. Like when you taught me Tarkov, I was completely fresh.
You could teach me speedrunning.
Yes,
Can you speedrun?
I'll do that. Not yet. I'll work on
No,
it.
but in general, like did you do a lot of speedrunning
yeah,
at
yeah.
PoE1? So
Yeah.
because I know how to speedrun in general, and I
Yeah.
am pretty decent at well, I speedrun Tarkov, right? So
Yeah.
you could teach me how to do this, at least min max a little bit more on this.
Yeah. No, I think I'll get there. Like I've done the fastest I've done the PoE1 campaign is like 2 hours.
Yeah. Well, like I
that'll
said,
be
I just
fine.
flew through Act 1 of this in an hour and a
I know
half.
you're already speedrunning, dude. Like you might not even need me. How much are you gonna play this,
There's
by the
always-
way?
Well, my wife's given approval, so that's a good thing. That's
That's
always
good.
the biggest hurdle.
That's a huge one.
So, because I said, what if I made this as like, when there's a new league, maybe I'll go hard for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Young one.
And she's not against it, so.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's
Because
really
like
good.
to give people a perspective, because a lot of people won't know who I am. When I play Tarkov, after a big major update, my wife doesn't see me for between 4 and 6 weeks. Like it's pretty much she understands I'm gone. I'm like a fly-in, fly-out worker. Like I'm done. That's it.
Yeah.
He's off doing his job. And so if I'm doing this on top, that's every 6 months now, or every 3 months because of this game, right? That's an extra 4 weeks every 6
Yeah.
months. I've probably gone. So
No, that's
just to
sweet.
give perspective.
It's really good to have a supportive partner. It makes a big
wife's
difference.
great. But
Yeah.
we talk very openly. I think communication's key there. Like
I agree.
I'm sure like you having your wife there, and you have to talk through stuff. Otherwise, it's going to be.
Oh yeah.
Why haven't I seen you in 6 years?
Yeah, pretty
We have a
much.
kid.
Yeah, no,
No,
it's
your
fun.
wife's really cool.
I like it's been so fun watching her play. And she's doing so well. Like she's one-shotting bosses that I've seen people struggle on. And I'm like, wow, that's awesome. And she's solo self-found. Like she is in Trade League, but she hasn't bought anything. She didn't even realize she could.
The funniest thing I saw from her was when you were singing Frozen, and at the end of it, she goes, "Really?"
Yeah, I should have picked
That
the
was
timing
so
better
funny.
there. She sent me a message
straight up,
later.
First thing she does when she gets online is like, all right, show me Ziz singing fucking Frozen. And so she was just loving it. And then because I'm guessing she was watching your VOD and you didn't have the music on the same track.
Yeah.
So she couldn't even hear the music. So it's just you singing without any background music.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah, I gotta split that one. No, it's funny. I actually do like a similar thing with Tarkov. Whenever there's like a new wipe on Tarkov, I'm like, I go really hard on that too. I usually
You
play.
should stream it though. Like communities love seeing people struggle at video games and learn the video game. The experts want to teach you, and the other novices and people that aren't very good like play vicariously through you because
So-
you get to learn with them.
It was like that for a while, and I would, but like especially lately, if I stream it, I don't know. There's not that much interest. Because like now I'm at like this weird mid stage where I'm like I'm okay at the game, so I don't necessarily need as much backseating
Yeah.
anymore, and I get to like level 55 to 60 every wipe. Because I
Jeez,
play
you got higher than me this one.
yeah, because I play with like Gingy and Miss Magpie and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
They're cracked. It's crazy. And but like it's Tarkov is such a fun game. I still remember the first time I soloed a 5-man. And they actually came
Yeah,
into
your
my
heart rate, I
stream.
mean.
Yeah, my heart was crazy. They came into my stream the other day. I was like, "Do you play Tarkov? We just got killed by Zizaran, but we thought it was a cheater." And I was the best compliment. And I record when I play, so I actually showed them my point of view. So that was fun. It's such a good game. How are the tripwires in Tarkov now? Are they like completely cursed or?
Yeah, so there's people like that make content based purely around that, and
Yeah,
it's
like
funny.
stank rat.
Like yeah, and I've done some pretty funny things too. Like I tripwired a safe, and we're like, hey, did you know there's a new safe in here? And the guy like walked up, he goes, oh my god, there is, and he goes, and then he went to like open it, and the second he opened it, the tripwire went off, and he's like, oh man,
That's funny.
like, and it counts towards grenadier. So if you need to get grenade
Really?
kills, yeah. So I was just putting them in factory.
Oh,
And,
I wish it
fucking-
didn't do that.
Well, it's a grenade kill.
Yeah, I guess. It's just like I'll get so frustrated when I die to that. It's really funny to me how big of an overlap there is. Like I think it's just like all the people playing these games just like punishment. I think that's the bottom line there. Like RuneScape as well has such a big overlap with PoE. Like even the RuneScape developers are playing PoE. Like they're in my chat and they're like, I found this cool item. It's really awesome. It's sick. Have you played RuneScape?
Never. I've never played RuneScape. Never played Minecraft.
You've never played
It's on my to-do
Minecraft?
list. Yeah. No, I never played it.
That's
My daughter will grow
wild.
up, and I'll just get to experience it with her.
Yeah, I've actually already done that with my son. I controlled the mouse and he controlled the keyboard and he loved it.
Yeah.
How
I don't
old's
really talk
your
about my
kid?
daughter much on stream, but
Yeah.
I'm happy to do a little bit. Yeah, she's 2.5. I pretty much keep her completely out of my content, but
Yeah.
I definitely want to play video games with her one day, and have it as like a thing that we do. Nothing
Yeah.
like crazy, like. But I don't really want her to be a part of any of my content. Like,
No,
she's
that's fair.
another world for me, and
I think it's good
she
to keep
stays
them
over
mostly
there.
separate. I think it's good.
Yeah. Yeah. How old are your kids now?
So Liam just turned 3 right before, like 3rd of December. So literally right before the Pee Wee League. Good timing. And then Mila, she's like about 7 months.
And so they're both staying with your parents?
So my parents are here indefinitely at the moment. So my
Well, yeah, because
parents,
obviously your subathon's never going to end.
I think the timer will go down really fast after the pet thing goes away, because obviously that's almost all of it.
See, this is where you're wrong. This is where you're wrong. I did a 35-day subathon, right, with a 30-second timer, and it was meant to go for 50 days, and it went for 35 days. And you don't realize at the moment you've got all your 2 gifted subs from the pets. Your core community of thousands of people still haven't done their 10 gifted and 20 gifted and 30 gifted, right? They're not doing it right now because the timer's at fucking 4 weeks or 3 weeks. When that timer gets down to like, less than a day, you're going to have like hype trains that will go to like level 15 and they'll be laughing at you because you'll be like, this is another week. Yeah, trust me, I've been there. You're now captive of the whole fucking PoE community.
My palms are starting to sweat. Everyone's spamming Pepe Laugh.
It's
He's
true.
so right. I'm giving 0. Bro.
You got to think about it, like say you've got on average usually, I don't know, there's a bit more hype around this. You might have like 3,000 or 4,000 viewers or maybe 5,000 viewers a month into this league, or whatever you want to call it, whenever your fucking timer goes down. But those on average will probably gift like, I don't know, you'll probably get 10 to 15,000 subs from that. And then the next thing, right? Once you hit the 30-day mark, there's resubs. Everyone's going to use their resub. Second month subs, or the tier 1s will come in and give their resub message. Bro, you're fucked.
So yeah, my parents are here indefinitely. Like they bought a one-way ticket. It was my parents that were like, because obviously the timer started at 45, and my parents were like, "Can you please reduce the timer, like at least to 30?" Because like obviously they're very old, by the way, too. They're 70.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
They're
they're
like, we
like,
love your kids, but we don't love them that much.
yeah, no, like they're happy to help, but it's gonna be long for them. And they do more as well. Like my mom makes breakfast so that when I wake up, I warm it up, and
Yeah.
then when they wake up
So
at
your
around
kids are still at your house though, yeah?
yeah, we're all in my house.
Okay, cool.
So
I
they're
was gonna
staying in the
say, like,
guest room.
chat would understand this. You need to spend a little bit of time each day, even if it's only half an hour, just with your kid. From someone who did
Oh,
a
I do that
50-day
already.
subathon, it's very important.
Yeah.
And go and look at the sun. Not directly look at the sun, but just get outside and get some fresh air every day. Mentally, by day 50, you're fucked, bro. You're so fucked. You just like,
Yeah.
what's the
I'm
longest you've done? I know you've done a bit before.
so the last
You did,
subathon was just 9 days.
yeah, and you've done the 30 days of like 17-hour streams.
Yeah. Which is
That was
basically what I'm doing now.
inspirational.
That is basically what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
So Helena has said like she's really, really vibing with streaming. So she said some days she's okay with doing a 16-hour stream so that I can like chill. So that's kind of badass. So I don't know, like as long as we have people like my parents or a babysitter taking care of the kids, we should be fine.
Who were the guys that I met when I was there?
That was Steel Mage, Noogie, Karn, but it's like it's so early in the league. It would be a big ask to like ask them to take over.
No, but like maybe on like week 3, just get them to like, hey, we want a 24-hour day. They take over, right? And you give them a heap of money. Just say fuck it. All the subs that they get during that day, it's all going to them, all right? And you just have a day out and chill. You know, I'm not saying you have to do it like that, but
That's a good idea.
you know, I did that with the guy that helped me, or the couple guys that helped me. I said, all the money raised in the next 24 hours, yours.
Yo,
I'm fucking off for a day. I'm having a day off.
that's a good
And
idea.
They sold themselves out hard. Like we're talking, there was like 4 days on the timer they added. And they were like shaving each other's heads, and I don't know what else.
Oh shit! Wait, is Steel still here? Yeah, no, that's not a bad
like
idea.
not like this week, but like later on.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
think about doing that.
Yeah, and then like I always stream over Christmas anyway, so that's not too big a deal. But it'll be
No, this isn't-
interesting how long it lasts.
This is not a Ziz crazy item. How do I reply again?
Control enter.
A little bit of level on that one.
Yeah, that's
'Cause
good.
I go up to I go up to the Dreamcatcher, so that'll be good for Dreamcatcher.
Yeah, well, that's really good. Like, just getting resist early is so hard, and once once you get res cap, everything feels so much easier.
Yeah.
It's pretty incredible.
Oh, I just
I
got
said-
16% cast
So
speed on it too.
did you say you did a 55 or 35 day subathon?
My first one was 35 days, and that was completely solo. That was just me. So 24/7 on camera, no days off, no rest, just pain. And then the second one I did was 50 days, and I had 8 hours a day where I was still on camera sleeping, but I paid someone to be on stream while I was asleep.
Right.
But that 50-day one, I did heaps of cool shit during it. I did like tackle speed runs. Like I flew people in. I made it like an event, right? Like kind of like Kais and that, but not at like such an extreme level.
Yeah.
Like, I did a hot tub stream where I flew in other creators, and we all got in a hot tub together. You know, like.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh my god, maybe I should bring this up with you. I have such a like cool event idea that I want to do.
Go for it. I'm on my way.
So I've been watching a lot of like Outdoor Boys and stuff like that. And they do like they do winter survival. I wouldn't want to do winter survival because I will die. But I think it'd be so cool having like some like PoE streamers and other people like do like kind of like survival, maybe like next to a bunker with safety stuff, so there's no actual risk. And then chat can like Hunger Games style be like, okay, they need food, they're gonna die. But like do that in like New Zealand or something would be sick.
There's like a billion logistics involved in that. It does sound like a fun, cool idea. Like the one thing I would say is you're probably not like at best, any of those ideas that I've had, you break even at best.
Oh, yeah,
So
I
it has
don't.
to be an idea that you want to do anyway, and you're gonna have a lot of fun doing it. And at best, you write it off as a tax write-off, and you break even at best.
Yeah, I would probably be assuming to do it at a loss. I just
Yeah.
assume like most people just want to watch me play PoE. For sure, for sure. That is what I assume. Let's see. Oh, I finally got some like support gems and Raging Spirits level 13. Like you said, like by the way, we were talking about the support gems earlier. I have 13 uncut skill gems before I found my first uncut support or the spirit gem.
Yeah.
That is
Which is pain.
crazy.
And because I'm trying to level up 2 at the same time, it's even more rough.
Yeah.
The Grim one isn't as important, Grim Feast, but
I wonder. I think I'm gonna take the fire penetration thing or fire exposure for my Infernal Hound. Well, yeah. Do you have any 4 support gem links yet? Like, do you know the trick to get that?
no. How do you do that?
So, do you have any of the lesser jeweler orbs?
No, I've used all of mine. I've only found 3 so far in all my playthrough.
So
And 2 of
the
them I
trick
used on the previous one, and I just used one for this playthrough.
So the trick there is you use a lesser jeweler orb on an item, and then you vol it, and then there's like a 12 or 20% chance that it becomes an extra socket. So I actually have 4 support gems in a lot of my skills already.
So you val the gem,
Yeah,
and it becomes a
after
4.
jeweler orbing it, and then it can actually like you could technically do this on like a level 2 or a level 6 skill gem, like something you have a lot of, and then afterwards you can actually upgrade it. Like you can't quality it with like gem cutters after, and stuff like that, but you can actually like keep upgrading it. So there's 2 good outcomes you can get to. You can get +1 level, which is in addition to what the gem already is, including when you upgrade
Yep.
it, or you can get the +1 support.
That's solid. So
Yeah.
you val it.
Yep.
How do you get 5?
I mean, honestly, so there obviously you do have the gems for that. Like you do have the
Oh,
lesser,
okay.
greater, and then the perfect jeweler orb, and that's how you could do it. But
But this
that's
is like if you want to do it earlier.
yeah. This is if you want to do it earlier. So the easy way to get 5 would be that you do lesser, greater, and then Val. Oh man, so nice. I got the 20% exposure now, so it loses 55 virus whenever I'm fighting it now. That's nice. That adds up. I really hope that I don't die while farming this early though, because I really want to get just like an extra like 5 support gems would be really nice.
Like level 3 ones.
Yeah, for new characters. Like there's 2 characters I really want to do. I want to do a similar build to the Deadeye Tailwind thing people are doing, but I want to do it on a mercenary with the Gemling Legionnaire, and do strength stacking instead, and make it really really tanky for hardcore. But basically same build, it'll just be slower. And then I want to do the warrior build I was playing already, but on hardcore. It's just some builds just need a lot more gear than others.
Has there been anything in the PoE2 that surprised you? Is it good or bad?
I thought uniques would be more fun. I've not been a big fan of uniques. I've been very happy with how items feel, like finding them. Like that does feel a lot more Diablo 2 to me in a way that I liked. And like I still love crafting, by the way, but I still get to have that in PoE 1. Like I'm absolutely gonna play both. Whoops. So
I
I don't
hated
know.
crafting in PoE 1 because it was just always. I'm a gambler and I love gambling, but at the same time, it just felt like a head fuck every time.
Yeah. Oh, I have a question from chat. Ask Pestily if you think Tarka will wipe this month.
I do think it'll be this year.
Really?
Or worst case scenario, first week of next year. But I think it's going to be the week after Christmas. Yeah.
Man, I think I'm like still knee deep in PoE by then.
Yeah, yeah. Mm. So I think realistically, they they do not like to wipe in January for the fact that I can't remember the exact religion, but most Russians are Orthodox. Is it Russian Orthodox?
Right.
And their Christmas is on the 7th of January. So
Oh.
they that's why they've wiped on Christmas Day. And Nikita's gone to me like, "What do you mean it's Christmas?" Like pretty much, and I'm like, "Dude, you can't wipe on fucking Christmas Eve. It's fucked." Like
Right.
everyone's seeing their families. Like all the creators want to like play the game, and they're like torn between families and streaming and
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah,
I don't know. The later it wipes for me, the better. Like mid-January would be perfect for me, Pesley. If you can make that happen, that'd be great.
so you'll still be playing fucking in your subathon. So that's one way to get rid of your timer.
Oh, true. I'll just switch to Tarkov. Be like, see you. Huh. Interesting. I just got a unique that gives Eldritch Battery. That's kind of nice. Just save traveling. I'm gonna keep that. Speaking of uniques, I got the Righteous Fire Helmet too. This is actually this is gonna be Pox. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but this is gonna be his favorite leveling item because at level 16 base 100 fire damage. It's actually a lot. So when you first get that helmet, you're just running around like lighting everything on fire. It just everything dies. Hmm. Man, I wish I knew more about all the other builds. I keep finding items and I'm like, I don't know if this is like good or not yet. It takes a while to like learn everything.
How many of the uniques do you reckon you've seen?
Cool. I think I've seen
Do you want me to show
approximately,
you a couple that I've got and
yeah,
you
go
can have
for
a
it.
look?
I think I've seen like 20 different uniques, maybe 25.
Hello.
I have looked up a few too that I haven't seen in game that I'm like, oh, that is actually quite nice. Oh, let's see. Haven't seen that. So that's like really nice for leveling. Yeah, I have that. Also really nice for leveling. Wait, requires level 52. Why does that require 52?
The staff,
Yeah. Does it have an
because
implicit?
it's Grant Skill level 13 lightning bolt,
Ah,
level 13
okay. That
spark.
didn't link over. Right.
Oh, okay, didn't it show that?
Fire damage converted to cold. That's cool. Idle hands. Full mana while at 90 max or above. 25% attack speed. Interesting. Yeah, and Ghost Wrath. Honestly, Ghost Wrath could be really interesting for a mind over matter character as well. Like, obviously conversion's so different in PoE. You have so many uniques. Oh, the Dancing Mirage, I think, will be very popular for... You have so
Leveling.
many. I hate that helmet. People link it to me so much.
Which one?
The Arian's Cobble. Because it's like, it's got so many stats, but I get linked it so much.
It's so shit.
Yeah.
What do you think of Forbidden Gaze? Like boss specific?
Yeah. I think stuff like that is going to be boss specific. If you're going into a cold boss, you'll stack max cold rose. I think it'll be useful for stuff like that. It seems pretty reasonable to get a lot of max cold rest, and I think that's very intentional that it's like easy to get max rest. But it was very frustrating doing the campaign on the first day before the buffs and stuff, and I would look at the skill tree and I'm like, okay, let's get some res on the skill tree because I have no res, and it's like you can only get like +5, but you can get loads of max res. And I'm like, bro, like, I want normal res. Where's my normal res? Like, I don't care about getting +3 cold res right now when I'm like 13 cold res.
It's yeah. The initial for me leveling, I couldn't even get resistances, dude. And there was so many things I had to learn, like the whole putting the salvage bench for items with quality
Yeah.
and sockets. I didn't even know about that. So I've sold so many things that I could have been using.
I was definitely a little bit bad with salvaging socket gear early on. I didn't think it would be as needed. So like now, even now, I salvage every socket I find. Every socket gets salvaged. So what character do you reckon you're gonna do next after Witch?
So PoE 1, I was always either Barb, Duelist, or Witch. They were
Mm-hmm.
pretty much the only three I went. I was thinking about going Barb, but every time I look at someone playing Barb, they look like they're losing their hair. Like, have you seen Quinn lately?
Yeah.
He's got nearly no hair left.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
There was a streamer called Fubgun who was doing predictions on like a bunch of things. Like, what do you think the maximum current will be on Steam? And then the final question was, how long do you think Quinn will take to get through the campaign? My guess was 11 days. I think I'll be very close.
What's considered the campaign? Getting to maps, so you got to get through.
Yeah, he has to get to maps.
Yeah.
I think I'll
What
be
day is
very
today?
close. I think we're on day 7.
Okay.
Kaiser said never. Oh, it's fucking toxic.
As a Barb, is it a Barb or Warrior? I keep
Warrior.
getting confused in my head. Well, as a Warrior, like, Soul Self found hardcore. To get through the campaign, you've done well. Like, it's actually hard.
It's so hard. I was very surprised he died because like he's playing so defensive, he's over leveling, he's doing everything right, and he got one shot with like 2.5k or 3k life, something like that. Like, that's a lot.
Yeah. Well, when I died to those volatile things, I had like 3,500 health.
Yeah. No, I'm really worried at the moment. Like, I'm actually fully expecting to die. That's why I want to farm here so much. Because if I'm gonna die, I want my next playthrough for whatever I'm playing to be a lot smoother.
You just wanna make sure that like you can get so complacent in this game, and that one complacent moment can just get you killed. Like, even just looking at chat, I had one death where, oh, so you know that I seen that clip where I had 32 health left.
Yeah.
That was just me reading chat.
It's way less friendly for reading chat than PoE 1. Like, PoE 1, obviously, like, I have so many more hours now, so I've got it down to a T. But, yeah, no, I can, like, easily read chat while playing hardcore, and I have one death every 600 hours-ish. Just like, here, it's gonna be, like, one every 50.
Pausing is a godsend.
Oh,
just
yeah.
for, like, that kind of thing. Just press escape. Oh, you quickly answer that question or explain that in a bit more detail.
Yeah.
Properly, and like actually give full focus.
Yeah,
Really
I
nice.
really like pausing. I don't know if you've seen, but you can't pause on the endgame pinnacles.
That's cool.
I'm not a fan. The reason I'm not a fan is because, so I don't know, like, I'm okay with it as long as you can still do the, like, leave the boss fight in any way. The big downside and why I'm against it is if on hardcore you have to, like, fully commit to the boss fight. Like, we've seen this in other games. The way it ends up being is you overcommit so hard to the point where there's a 0% chance you fail. Whereas, like, in PoE 1, you can leave. So you actually end up going in very often underprepared and end up dying. Which that won't really happen in PoE 2. You're going to be like, okay, I have, like, 25k ES. I'm not going to die. I'm probably going to one-shot the boss. And then go in. It does make for a lot, like, less fun kills.
Yeah.
That's the only problem.
I guess clippable moments.
Yeah, like, most of my exciting, like, my World First Shaper and stuff, that was a hard fight. Like, I could obviously exit at any time, but that was a hard fight. I almost died like 6 times, and it took so long. So it does take a bit away from it, but we'll see. Like, it's still early access, so like, not everything needs to be like perfect this early.
No. And I'm excited to see what they do. Like, as I said, like, for a base, this is sick.
It's so good. There's so much content. Like, any other ARPG, if this was released, people would be like, man, this is a good game. This is a great game. Like, any other game, like Last Epoch, D4, if I had this much stuff at release, everyone would be like, wow, this is crazy how much stuff is here. Like, it is unreal that they're going to have 36 total ascendancies when they're finished.
I think not.
The do you like the new trials?
That's
a no.
I like Sanctum. I hate Ultimatum. Like, Ultimatum is awful. Like, so awful. I think it's mostly like a balance thing because it's the bird I hate. But actually, no, it's several. I hate different bosses for different reasons. But like, well, there's one easy bird. That one should probably just be the default boss fight when you're ascending your third and fourth point. Like the one that looks like it's like a carrion pelican, something like that. Like that one's fine. That seems appropriate for that difficulty. But then you have the other bird that goes like midair and like one shots you, or it dive bombs you and one shots you. It has like 3 different moves that one shot you that are very fast. I was very stressful. So I wasn't a huge fan of that, to be honest.
Speak up.
Actually, I'm gonna go back a second. So
Mhm.
the only boss fight I've used that escape and quick respawn at checkpoint thing has been the one in Act 3 where she's like you get surrounded by all the
Viper.
shields.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say Viper. Mhm.
The amount of people in my chat that got fucking mad at me for doing that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Is
so
that
obviously
like a?
like,
So I know in PoE1 everyone had macros. I didn't
yeah,
do it because I didn't play hardcore, so there was no point. I didn't care.
yeah.
And I was like, yeah, if people want to do it, good on them. Like that's kind of how I saw it.
Yeah, so
I think it's
PoE1 was balanced around it. The devs have posts, like they've talked about me on podcasts and stuff. Like they're like, yeah, we're fine with doing it. Like we ulta for ourselves. Like it's fine. It's what you should do to leave a fight. Uh, and then people would always have the argument like, like if you wanted to be like that, put it in game. Well, now it's in game, and we're
in the
still
game.
getting the same fucking excuses. So like now just stop taking all of those people seriously at all. Like now it's literally in the game. And currently you can't do it at pinnacle fights. So I don't know. It's crazy to me.
Well, that fight, because like the thing about hardcore is I'm learning the game in hardcore. Every fight I do is for the first time in hardcore. So like, I get chat to explain some stuff to me, and I'm trying to figure it out. And then that fight was the only one that like, I was like, I'm about to die. I have to get out.
Yeah, I mean it's
Yeah.
so hard. I'm surprised you didn't die actually going into that fight blind. It's a very hard fight. But yeah, no, like
It
it's
wasn't.
such a hard game. I think having a tool like that is very useful. I do think it's very healthy to be able to leave a boss fight and not have to full commit. So we'll see how that ends up being. But I mean, like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect right away. But the pause feature is definitely really, really good.
What do you use alchemies on?
Mostly jewelry. Pretty much just jewelry. I probably will, once I start finding high enough item level stuff, use it on like weapons and amulets and stuff. Like especially spirit amulet. I really want more spirit.
So what would be the base jewelry? Like a resistance one or a?
Yeah, amethyst rings especially. I'll always alchemy.
Sure, amethyst rings. Are they?
That's
Chaos?
chaos rest. Cause like it's so hard to get chaos. But yeah, any resists. Now I am trying to avoid using any jewelry with bad implicits, because you can't change it, which I'm kind of surprised. Like we have divine orbs in the game, but we don't have blessed orbs. So I'd never really want to use a piece of jewelry unless it has like, you know, a cold ring with like 27 cold or plus. Like that's fine, but
It's about
like I just found a ruby ring that's like 20 fire rest, and I'm like, well, I don't want to just like magically lose. Oh, divine changes implicit too now. I did not know that. Okay, that solves the problem then. At least for in-game. That's cool. Hi, Woody.
Is that a
But
small
yeah.
victory?
Yeah. So that's fine. I just didn't
Okay.
know that. That's cool.
I just found that, which isn't huge, but it's better than what I was wearing. I'm trying to find leveling gear at the moment, so anything that's like +1 minions a big
That's
dub for
really
me.
good. Yeah. Yeah. Like my I'll show you the amulet I was using, and I will be using again after I'm done magic finding. But I've had this since like I got this off the vendor at like level 3 or 4.
Bro, that's solid.
Oh
I
my god. I I don't know if I can dual wield quarterstaves. I don't think I can, but I just got like a very solid weapon for at least starting my
+6 level of all melee skills.
Yeah, it's huge.
Wow.
So I can actually play the build I want to play now. That's cool.
Oh, start again.
I probably will do both my. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to farm tier 1 maps for a day or two. And then I actually think I'm going to start a new character. Then I'm going to get another character up to tier 1 maps, farm there for a day or two, and then another character. Then I'll have 3 characters in tier 1 maps, plus they've gone through the campaign. Because like I see so many people dying right now in hardcore, and a lot of people are like, yeah, tier 15 maps are not really doable in hardcore. So, and I don't know if that's the case yet because I didn't bother going that far on softcore. So I think just for me, like making a lot of characters, having them in maps and having them ready, especially having like a Deadeye type character or a fast type character specifically for low level map farming sounds really nice.
That's super fast clear.
Yeah. Because like expedition farming sounds really nice. And you get quite a lot of stuff. And like, yeah, just farming is nice.
This is a really good idea, by the way. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, like I like doing the farm cast. I've been trying to do like 2 a day.
I don't know how long we've been going, but like I've just been farming shitloads in it.
This has been the this is the longest one so far. So I'm gonna wrap it up soon because I want to go pee. But usually I've done like 20, 40 minutes, but this one's been 1 hour 20. It just hasn't felt that long.
Yeah. Well, we haven't spoken in ages. Like
I know we should talk more.
To explain some stuff to me, but
yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking about coming to Europe again.
Well, do it.
Maybe TwitchCon.
Yeah, especially like try to play. I would love to play Tarkle with you now that I actually play the game.
I'll come see you in Northern Iron. Northern Iron.
Yeah, not everybody knows this, but Pestily visited me IRL and made me breakfast. It was sick.
I know you're not from Ireland, but I actually really enjoyed Northern Ireland and Ireland.
Yeah, me too. I mean, that's why I live here. It's such an underrated place.
Yeah.
Like, it's I love it. It's the nicest people. I've been a lot of places. Like, people are like noticeably nicer here than anywhere else. It
Yeah,
is
wish
really
me luck.
nice. Good luck. Ooh. Oh shit. Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't got any IDs.
Oh my god.
I had to go buy some.
Young one.
Yeah.
Stay inside.
Nothing
Not
good?
good. Nah.
Rip. That's the way it is. All right. I think we'll wrap it up there, Pestily. Oh, yeah,
Thank you so much for having me on, dude.
Thanks for coming on. I really appreciate it. Hope everybody enjoyed watching another farm cast. That was Pestily, literally best Tarkov streamer in the world, and now one of the best PoE2 streamers in the world. So make sure you check him out everywhere. Really cool dude. Taught me everything I know about Tarkov. And yeah, thanks so much for coming on, dude.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Bye.
Yeah, Twitch chat over in Ziz's chat before you guys go anywhere. Time to prime. You got a prime sub now. It's time to use it. You don't want to use it on Zizan, then come over here and use it on me. But it's time to use your Twitch prime subs. Don't let Jeff Bezos keep that money, build rockets and send off to the moon. Time to. I want to see 100 primes right now. I'm not leaving. I'm gonna keep screaming at you.
No,
okay.
Primes. I'm gonna go. I gotta go pee. Bye. Love you. Bye.
No time to pee. It's time to prime.
I cut.